We're back, and the gang's all here. Sphinx City is a modern and magical metropolis where the BBG is capitalism. Greedy CEOs, corrupt officials, and evil corporations beware because our heroes are on the case. The dwarven chef fighter who married into the mob, Belkor the Butcher Ironbelly, played by Dale Daniels Jr. The goblin monk artificer with a robotic dog that turns into a rocket-powered skateboard, Jaster Fixadet, played by Taylor Hellstrom. The Goliath sorcerer, former assassin and father that's been called out of retirement, John the Painter Smith, played by Daniel Hargrove. The kobold college dropout, alchemist, and street seller of pharmaceuticals, Tint, the TnT, played by Malia Deza. And the dungeon master is none other than Justin Galliani. The 1% may have money, resources, and influence, but they're about to get 99% of their asses kicked. So get the f*** on the subway and let's get started, baby. Hey gang, and welcome back to another episode of Sphinx City Season 2. I'm Justin, I'll be our dungeon master for the remainder of this season. All 2 more episodes of it, and I'm joined today, I also use they them pronouns, and I'm joined today by an incredible cast of characters who are ready to play some frickin' D&D in Sphinx City. Let's go around and introduce ourselves, do any plugs that might be necessary, and let's do it alphabetical. Call me crazy.
What?
What?
Yeah,
That's so out of
I
character
might
for you,
switch it
Justin.
up.
It's never been
Rowan
done
us.
before.
I'm a maverick, if nothing else.
I'm Dale. I play Belkor Ironbelly, chef at El Saturna, and I just had a brief, what's the term? Event of death, and
It was touch and
Or
go
with
for
that?
a while, as Daniel would say.
Yeah, as they say.
I've got a lot to think about right now.
Oh, hello, everyone. Alphabetically, I'm next. I'm Daniel, also known as Daniel the DM. Across all corners of the internet, I use he, him pronouns, and so does my character that I'm portraying this evening, John Smith. And let me tell you, last time we saw John, I'm pretty sure he's on the edge of violating the Geneva Convention, but I promise he's one of the good guys. Maybe, I think. We'll find out. There's 2 episodes left. There's still time.
The fastest redemption arc you've ever seen.
The fastest redemption arc and then reversal of a redemption arc in quicker time.
Alphabetically, I'm third. I'm Malia Deza. You can find me online by Malia Deza, including on my website, maliadeza.com, where you can pick up my debut novel. I use she, her pronouns. And I play Tint, the kobold artificer college dropout, who thought this secret spy agent stuff was going to be really fun. And he just watched 2 people die. So who cried more the last episode, me or Tint? That remains a mystery. We'll see if who cries again.
And I guess I'm last alphabetically. I'm Taylor. I work with Justin on the So You Want to Be a DM podcast. Tonight I'll be playing Jaster Fixadet. I'm a little goblin punchy boy who is also really good with computers and stuff. Also had a brief, actually my second brush with death, complete full death. This life's a little bit harder than I think Jaster was ready for. But we'll see how things go.
We'll see how things go. There's 2 whole episodes left. Plenty of time to
To
make
die.
an even hat trick. Jaster.
Cool.
Just jokes.
I think number 3 might be the end.
Who knows? If you, as long as you got Mullen on your side, anything is
Third
possible.
time's the charm.
Just send it.
Just send it.
Just send it.
Send it.
So, let's do a little recap, gang. Last we left off, our heroes went to the Fey Festival at the Midling Park in the middle of Sphinx City. All this incredible Fey culture, food, music, games, all this cool stuff going on. But there's one stand that's selling turkey legs. They stand out. They look weird. And sure enough, this is Dr. Avanasti and Laura Ka, head of PR of the AstraZeneca Pharmaceutical Group. When the combat begins, a bunch of people around the Fey Festival who are eating these turkey legs explode and turn into meat monsters. It's disgusting. Go back and watch that episode. You're not going to want to miss it. Spoilers ahead. And our heroes valiantly destroy that monster. Kill Dr. Avanasti, unfortunately causing an explosion to happen. But luckily, with the help of a phoenix egg, they are resurrected and brought back as John Smith, our level-headed, cool as a cucumber assassin.
Those are definitely the adjectives I would use.
Has a dragon.
In that moment.
Has a dragon and a cockatrice aiding him in
Classic
intimidating the old dragon cockatrice combo.
The old dragon cockatrice.
A number 4. Extra crispy. And we find that Laura Ka is willing to give up a ton of information for her life in exchange for not being killed and also not having individual parts of her body petrified and broken off in a form of intense interrogation. Fingers crossed for Laura Ka. I don't think she's gonna make it, but we'll find out as we jump back into where we're at right now. Jaster and Belkor, you guys are moments away from having been revived. You are essentially at like 1 hit point, still like covered in wounds, still incredibly damaged and bewildered at your situation as Tint is kind of over you both and you are covered in the yolk of a warm phoenix egg.
It's just holding both halves of it. And as you come to, you like drop, oh, it worked. And he throws his arms around both of you. And now we're all just a sticky mess.
God, thanks. Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks for bringing us back. So, Belkor, are you good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Yep. Yeah, got to make sure all the bones are still where they're supposed to be. Oh man.
Belkor just has like just 1,000-yard stare of just happy.
Yeah. First time's always the roughest. I can say that. Continuing.
I think I'm gonna take a look at some of these different vendors, see if if I could probably maybe snag a couple more food. And
You're hungry right now?
I just died, man. I just died. You do not know what I saw on the other side. I am.
You're absolutely right. I just did like skate tricks until Tint brought me back.
Vastly different experiences.
Yeah, the afterlife's really not so bad when you give your soul to a skate god.
Ain't that the fucking truth, brother?
I just imagine like Mullen just in the clouds, just.
Yeah.
Just a tasty guitar lick.
So yeah, Belkor is just gonna like peruse the remaining vendors. I would assume like the vendor runners are long gone. So I'm like, I'm not gonna let this food go to waste. I'm just gonna.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Pick up some of these. Are those dumplings? Oh.
Yeah, it is. You would know this, Belkor, of course, but dumplings for the Fae are called raviolis.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I forgot this.
You find a bunch of raviolis. There's like some tortellini, some little ones. Oh. There's some manicotti. They're the big ones. They're like tubes. They're open. There's all kinds of stuffed pasta here.
Meat-filled cannolis.
You know the worst thing though is like now I really want a turkey leg.
Not eat those ones over there.
I was gonna say,
there any turkey legs left?
Absolutely.
Yeah, no,
sure.
I know these ones are bad, but
as we cut over to John Smith, who is in the heat of moments, I'm like 99% sure at the end of last episode, John says something to the effect of like, Tint, like knowing that Tint could handle the Phoenix egg, like turned his direction back towards Laura Ka.
Physically, but not emotionally.
Nah, of course.
Yeah.
Tint's like,
It's all right.
his
Kid.
goggles are filled. His
There's,
tears.
like, water in them.
He's like subtly trying to empty them.
So, Belkor is going to get some food. There's tons of it everywhere. Anything you can imagine that would fit that Fey culture of cuisine. Jaster and Tint, if you guys would like to look around for any clues or any like hurt people, even to like help them out or like figure out exactly
the dead
what the
scientist
scenario
body.
is. Or...
Oh, where'd that bird come from?
Damn. Pigeons, Sphinx City, you know, they're freaking everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, after Tint, squeegees out his goggles, he might just put them on his head for now. He's gonna be like, well, I can do one thing.
Yeah, let's go check out the bodies.
Okay. Unless you're looking for anything and in particular, I would say investigation checks.
No.
Unless your check is
Make that.
flavored in some type of way to make sense for medicine or nature, survival, whatever.
I'll take my investigation. 26.
22.
Incredible. Okay. I'm going to hold on to those as we cut over to John. John, you have Laura Ka, half snake, half woman, bob sort of haircut with the bangs across and blazer on the top, obviously like covered in scrapes and rips and burns and all kinds of damage from the fight. She is grappled by your dragon, purplish dragon. If I recall.
It was purple, so that it had a bit of my cloud giant ancestry, a little bit of lightning in there, but yeah. I think John's just leaning down as she's being held within the claw.
Yeah, she is. She's incredibly injured and like panting and stuff. And she's like, "All right, John, I hear you. I'll tell you what you want to know. Just ask me the questions."
Let me make sure you're ready first. Up, and I tell the dragon to dash and just go 80 feet up in the air and then just drop 70 feet down, like right before she hits the ground.
She just screams the whole Doppler effect. Just
now, what were you planning here?
I'm gonna be sick. All right, so here's the deal. Oh my god. So we were preparing a serum that, upon ingestion, would create sort of a sort of incredibly strong, athletically enhanced individual. Stronger, more resilient, thicker skin, jump further, run faster, that sort of thing. It obviously went horribly wrong. This was not part of the plan. That was a pure accident. But I'm not in charge of the numbers in terms of the science behind it. That's the one your cobalt friend is pilfering through the pockets of. I just handle PR. That's my sort of gig. I'm the face.
Who else is involved?
Well, there is, of course, the Grey Gardeners. We wouldn't be able to do half of our work without some of the ingredients that they provide to us.
They're dead. Who's next?
Right. Incredible. We once did work with the Romance Realtors, but unfortunately they were dispatched of, as well as some police officers, or detectives rather, that we had on the inside.
They're dead. Who's next?
Incredible. Well, also dead. We can get that one out of the way. Dr. Monotream, he used to work at the zoo. He's dead, so we can just skip right past that. Dr. Avanasti was actually his mentor back when he was a assistant professor in Golem University. Past that, you've heard of Zusk Bergos, I'm sure. wealthy man, a philanthropist, he calls himself.
Yeah, the dickhead who's kind of built like a walrus.
He's built like a. What kind of walrus would you say? I mean, he's not. I don't know. Maybe more like a harbor seal, perhaps.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Okay, right. Yes, it's Zusk Bergos is the I suppose the only person that it would be involved at a institutional level that doesn't seem to be dead already.
Right. The only one left.
Right. That is how it seems. The cookie has crumbled.
So then what do we do with you?
Well, for starters, I'm thinking letting me go. And then also, I just get out of here. I leave Sphinx City. I never come back. I'll leave the country. I don't care. I have family.
You know,
yes?
While we think about that, I can concentrate on this dragon for an hour. So we're going to sit and think about this for a while. Up, and I send the dragon 40 feet up in the air while I go talk to the group.
Incredible.
Just kind of see legs dangling from.
Just a tail, just a snake tail.
And I just, I guess the closest to me would be Tent and Jaster, right?
Yeah,
unless
probably.
they were walking around. Yeah, or Tent would be.
No, because they're going
searching through the
towards-
body.
Yeah. So what I'll say that you're able to sort of find there. So number one with the investigation checks, Tint and Jaster, you guys easily find some turkey legs. Hard to tell without doing some kind of testing which ones have been contaminated or not. Because you also do find a couple of empty syringes that are still like very much in like packaging almost. Like they're brand new. You know, like you're finding empty ones that haven't even been filled with anything. And then you find a container of some kind of mystery liquid. It's like literally the color of my nails. Like highlighter yellow, like glowing toxic waste, like the most obvious thing of like, don't eat this.
This is bad.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to take this back to the lab and see what's in it.
It's the label that says deadly evil poison.
Like, yeah, but like what's in it? 'Cause maybe like I'm pretty good at making very generic brands of pharmaceuticals. But so maybe I could, reverse engineer.
Cure.
Yeah, that.
Okay. Not duplicate it.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Now, just like throwing it out there, do we think the best like vessel or reciprocal for a cure would be a turkey leg, or should I'll do pills. Pills are probably better. Yeah. Okay.
Pills are like
also,
injectable. Maybe I don't know. We
Yeah.
can maybe get some kind of a.
ooh, maybe
Like
like a
a-
cloud, just in case we need like an area effect.
Just
Mhm.
an aerosol.
Cloudburst.
Yeah.
Mhm. I'm also going to take
Lot of
all
ideas
these
here.
turkey legs. In
I
fact,
got I got the science lady up in the air. I didn't know what to do with her.
Oh.
I'm a little angry right now, so
what if
thought I
we
should
make
just.
her
I thought I should
eat the
just walk
turkey?
away. For right now. Well, then we got to fight her turning into a meat monster.
What the fuck?
All right. I guess
Higher.
keep her.
Yeah.
No.
I guess keep her around so that when I have
Yeah.
the cure, we have someone to test it on. That's inhumane.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
We're just
straight
going
to
full-
human trials.
we're going straight full, like, not
Well,
even.
that said, we're violating the Geneva Convention,
yeah, I was about
baby.
to say. I was about to say. I'm pretty sure
Listen.
that's frowned upon, but
Tink dropped out in his first semester. He didn't take ethics.
Yeah, you didn't get the ethics part.
you're right.
He did not get that far.
Lot of things are making a lot of sense now.
Wait, so we're not just supposed to use something just because we made it?
That's what they told me in Chemistry 101, Alchemy 101, but we were just making like very simple potions.
Right.
Jaster, you will also find Avanasti has a communication device
Oh, word.
on his person, and there's nothing in there that is like surprising or even like that helpful, like texts to Zusk Bergos, like texts
Right.
to Grey Gardeners, like just like validating all of your previously discovered information, just being like, yep, he's connected to all these people, like that all checks out. There is something interesting on there though, as you get into the phone, sort of jailbreaking in, or even just using his dead thumb to touch the thing or whatever.
Jailbreaking
Why
is
not?
just
Yeah,
Face
you don't
ID.
even really have to do
Face ID.
unfortunately, how it works. Yeah, it's brutal. Tip to the kids: take your Face ID thing off of it, because police officers can use that to get into your phone. It's fucked up. Anyway, you eventually find some banking information that isn't connected to Avanasti from a personal banking level, but connected to AstraZeneca. And it has to do with a group, like an entity, a business, a company, whatever, called Integrity Financial.
Mm.
And it looks like they've been receiving some funding from this group.
Okay. Well, good news.
Specifically, there you don't see anything, like even if you go a little deeper into the records and stuff, spend like the next 5 minutes just like scrolling through financial records, you don't see anything that goes back past 6 months connected to specifically Integrity Financial. That name is only 6 months old.
Okay. Hey, John, I got some more questions for our friend.
Yeah, I'll bring him back down. Down.
Oh God. Wait, she doesn't have a New York accent. Oh my word. I've forgotten myself. My God, I'm all topsy-turvy, unfortunately. John, really, this is unnecessary. I'm more than happy to give you whatever information you're looking for. Please, this does not need to happen this way.
Yeah, I mean, this is more.
No, I get it. You guys are getting a lot of pleasure out of it. Fantastic for you. But
I
No,
mean, you
I-
did kill like 10 people here.
for sure, on accident, but yes, involuntary manslaughter, they were not supposed to die.
Mhm.
I don't think you understand. It's not up to me what happens to you right now.
Oh, it feels like it is. It feels like it is, John. It feels like you're passing off the blame, deflecting a little bit, my friend.
and it's like
no.
moving
What
closer.
What I'm trying to
Obviously-
say is that unless they tell me to do otherwise, you will be a pile of charred flesh by the time we're done talking. So I suggest you say more useful things. Continue, Jaster.
So, what do you know about this Integrity Financial company here?
The lightness that you said that question.
Hmm?
So what do you know about?
What do you know? What do you
After
know?
being
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
After what
Anywho.
John just said.
Yeah,
And then you, so what do you think?
yeah. No,
Insane.
but I like very
The
much. I'm trying to
juxtaposition is
keep that
wild.
menacing
Good
look.
cop, bad cop.
Good cop.
Yeah.
Tint is also like moving up behind with like a turkey leg as a club.
Oh, amazing. Actually, Tint, can you make an alchemy check also, in addition to your investigation check from previous, and then hold
Yeah.
on to that number?
Okay.
Jaster, you asked this question about Integrity Financial. Laura Ka says, right. Yes, they're new. We didn't deal with them in the past. They sort of popped up out of nowhere. They're a hedge fund group. They finance a bunch of. They invest in tons of different companies. They've reach has been pretty far so far in Sphinx City, but they've sort of been operating a little under the radar. I think it's. I mean, with a name like Integrity Financial, you can sort of get away with a lot of things just because of the anonymity of it all.
Mhm.
But yes, they've been financing some of Avanasti's most recent projects. Actually, and there's like a fraction of a second where she thinks about like not lying but withholding information, and she looks at you guys and kind of looks at John a little bit and immediately turns away from John and looks back at Jaster and is like, yeah, so they were also financing this particular experiment, this project,
Right.
here to create this serum. I don't know who runs them. All I know is that they have their hands in several pockets, including AstraZeneca. There's like a media company called Honey Tongue that they have their hands in. I think Zusk Bergos is involved in it, but I haven't researched any much further than that.
Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of this we could have found out on our own.
I
have no idea.
I know that
No
they
idea who's in
also
charge.
have some real estate holdings across the city.
Mm-hmm. Like the Excelsior warehouse.
I think they may have dealt in the sale of it, but I don't think they currently own. You're talking specifically about the one where Thistletrick was thwomped by you all. Yeah. No, they don't currently own it. I don't know the phrasing. Chaperoned the sale of it.
Okay.
Oversaw the sale of it. But no, that's what's that old man's name who owns the Mothman company? Mr. Mott. He owns Excelsior.
Right.
Or at least the warehouse, the plot of land that the warehouse is on. He doesn't. Yeah. Actually, no, I think he does own Excelsior. Well, he bought out what remained of Excelsior. Obviously, that completely tanked.
All right. Well, what about the Enigma Resort and Spa? You know anything about that?
Oh, I mean, it's a very fancy spa. Costs a ton of money. Sometimes, important conversations can be had in the sauna because you can't wear a wire in there. But it's not super connected in any way. You know what I mean? It's just the sort of business that sort of will turn the other cheek.
Gotcha.
Give them a little extra money. They'll let you use the sauna as a meeting room for illicit dealings. But as far as I know, I don't think the owner is, other than that, deeply connected. I think they're just making money in a situation.
All right.
Are you looking for Zusk Bergos next? Is that your plan?
How do we get to him?
Well, once he finds out about this, he's going to realize that pretty much everyone underneath him is dead. And then he'll probably panic and start to enact his plan, even though it's incomplete, which will involve him finishing the work on some sort of teleportation device or way to open a rift so that he can chaperone a bunch of invaders from a distant galaxy sort of thing.
Aliens? Really?
Yeah, I know. It sounds far-fetched, but they're super real. I've seen them.
You've seen them?
Yeah.
Have any come here?
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably a couple dozen here already.
Is Zusk an alien?
Not that I know of. I don't think so.
Okay. I just kind of seemed like it.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, so far the aliens who have been here so far, they serve on the board of directors of. Well, some were on the board of directors for Excelsior, and then also there are some shareholders of Romance Realtors and so on and so forth. They're quite wealthy.
What do they look like?
Well, they use magical devices to make themselves look like some sort of humanoid. So if they're just walking on the streets, it could be anything. It could be a dwarf, it could be a half elf, orc, whatever.
It could be you.
Certainly.
Just saying.
There's less 1T in the city, so we'll stand out a bit, but in theory, they could.
Say.
Right.
Just saying.
When did they start showing up? When did you start seeing aliens, or when you first heard about them?
Probably 5 years ago.
Okay, so they've been around for a while.
Yeah.
Been around forever.
Yeah, they're playing low key. This first group, they're sort of strategists and sort of behind the scenes, getting things ready, helping with the finances. It's easy to run your company which way you like when you also are working directly with your top shareholders. However, Zusk is planning on finishing the project and enacting some sort of teleportation device. It's less teleportation and more wormhole situation, like collapsing space-time in order to get people here faster. But it's going to require a massive amounts of power. Whether that's magical or electrical or fucking whatever else. I don't know. But that could be a helpful clue.
Where's he getting this power from?
That's a great question.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
know.
so
I imagine that there's going to be a way to find out where power is being redistributed to, or I don't know, find one of Zusk's many properties and see which one works out to
has a
make
giant
sense. I don't know.
generator. Yeah. All right.
It's not as if I am receiving all the information.
Mm-hmm.
Zusk isn't necessarily telling us every single detail of every single part of the plan. We were very much compartmentalized by nature, by design. But that is... I don't know a ton more.
If you were to, say, contact Zusk and say something along the lines of, I got away and we need to meet up somewhere, do you think that he would follow through and come meet up with you, or no?
Can I check her for her phone while I'm at the...
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, she's grappled. You could just grab one. Grab a phone off of her. No problem. She takes a little bit to answer this question because once again, she's going through like in her head, just doing somersaults. She's the head of PR, right? So she's good at talking. She's good at lying. But I think there's a part of her that kind of can read the writing on the wall and kind of see what's up and knows her situation is in a point where it's like, there's actually no benefit to lying here. And so I think she's just going to kind of resign herself a little bit and be like, honestly, I don't think so. I think once he hears about this on the news, that there was a massive attack and Avanasti is dead and all this kind of stuff, I think he'll just assume I'm either compromised or that one of you is posing as me or something.
Yeah, it looks like we won't be able to pull a banshee again.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know, gang. What are we thinking?
As you guys think about that, Tint, what did you get on the alchemy check?
What am I adding? How am I calculating my alchemy? Is it just my intelligence?
It's D and your proficiency.
27.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Just fueled by sadness.
You find the scattered remains of Dr. Avanasti's body, and you find his heart.
Tint, in a moment of like he has forgotten his sadness at this point, he just like comes up from the body like the heart. What is so special about his heart that would draw Tint's eye? If it's just a heart, like, yeah.
No, I mean physically, yeah. I mean it that's what it looks like. It looks like just a heart, but it is giving off, even though it's no longer beating. It's taken a little bit of damage. just from the explosion and stuff like that. It was pretty easy to get it out of his body because his ribcage was completely shattered in the explosion and stuff. But as you pull it out, it is giving off a magical aura to it, but also part of that feels like a form of magic that I don't think Tint normally fucks around with. But you maybe have heard of it or read about it or something. I mean, you rolled what, like a 27, you said?
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of an essence of divine magic going through it. And you think that this would be like an insanely powerful component for some kind of consumable.
Tint's gonna grab the nearest like to-go container, whether that's like a styrofoam box or like a soup container.
Yeah.
And he's gonna put the heart in there.
Yeah, you find a personal pizza cardboard box. Kind of you have to squish it a little bit, but it can
squish it a little bit. Is there like a bag nearby too?
Of course, yeah. There's bags all over the place.
One of those ones with the smiley face is thank you for.
Yeah, have a nice day.
Yeah.
Thanks for shopping.
Yeah.
Tint's got the heart. He's got some turkey legs. He's got the jar. He's like
glowing liquid stacked out.
He looks like, you know, when your mom's like, go get the groceries and you're gonna make one trip. That's Tint with all this.
Amazing. Yeah, it makes me. We should probably get out of here sooner rather than later before the cops show up.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff that they probably take from me.
If we wanted to keep her alive, could we call KnowOne
you could do that
to pick her up?
Oh. Yeah, for sure.
Yes, another one for the vault.
Yeah, I was about to say, we've got like, what, 2 others?
We still got 2 from first season.
Yeah, there's 2 detectives. Adams and Jefferson are on ice right now. At least that's how Ghost describes it. We don't know exactly what that means, but maybe in season 3 we'll visit that.
Well, I guess we'll call KnowOne and keep him there in the meantime until we figure out, just in case there's anything else we missed. So with that being said, congratulations. You don't end up on fire today. But you're going to have to go to sleep. Squeeze. And then the dragon's just going to like wrap around. Just
no, that's all right.
Just until she passes out.
Out. Amazing. As that's happening, really quickly, I just want to bounce over to Belkor, who's gathering like stray charcuterie, just like getting all this amazing Fey Italian food, and is also like just reeling in this moment.
Are you no longer? I'm crushed.
Yeah. What are you doing? How are you feeling? What's going through Belkor's mind? What's up with Belkor as the rest of your party is doing what they're doing?
I think like as he's like just like taking some food, trying it before he throws it in the bag. Well, that's good. That's good. He's just like thinking like over like, oh my god, like I've died. Like that could have been it if we didn't have that Phoenix egg. Like and then he thinks back to the Don. He offered him a little vacation, like all paid and stuff. And I'm like, and Belkor, I want to say, just thinks wasn't going to take that vacation, but after seeing the afterlife for the first time, hopefully the last time, think definitely going to take that vacation.
For sure. It's around this time actually. Belkor, your phone starts vibrating in your pocket. It starts buzzing. And as you pull it out and look at the screen, you see that Gwen is actually calling you in this moment.
Hey, babe.
Hey, Belkor, how you doing?
I'm okay now.
Good. Okay. It was the weirdest thing. I was walking down the street. I had just gotten my nails done. You know, Charisse was asking about you, by the way. But I'm walking down the street and I just got this weird sinking feeling in my gut. And so I was like, gosh, let me just give him a call, you know? I know it's weird. It's like I'm not, I don't have ESPY or whatever, but like something just threw me off. So I just wanted to call and check in.
Are you sure you don't have it? We're gonna have to have a talk, like a sit down talk for sure when I get home, for sure.
Oh,
Nothing,
okay.
nothing bad, but just
Okay.
the events that happened within. Are you sure you don't have ESPY? Like, positive.
No, I got tested for SB. They said I didn't have it. My magic is less psionic than that, but
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a soulmate thing or whatever. But so you had sounds like a terrible day. I'm sorry to hear that, hon.
I mean,
Hate that for you.
The good news is it could have been a lot worse. A lot worse.
Oh gosh.
And once again, just like Gwen doesn't see it, but like I still just do like the 1,000-yard stare of just.
She eventually responds and goes, "Oh my goodness. Well, yeah. We'll talk. We'll talk when you get home."
All right. And babe, I love you so much.
Oh, Belkor, I love you too.
All right. Let's see you when I get home.
All right. See you then.
Oh, and don't worry about dinner. I got you covered.
Incredible. All right. Looking forward to it. And you guys hang up as you rejoin the group. Who's calling Ghost?
I had my phone.
Yeah, I actually want to take a second. Twofer also got effed up by that explosion, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
so if the Steel Defender goes down within the last hour, I can spend a minute and use my tools to bring it back. So I'm gonna go back, set about getting Twofer put back together and all the bolts rejiggered and everything.
Absolutely. So you guys fill Belkar into all the information that you guys have gathered and the plan to get KnowOne to put Lorica on ice and so on and so forth. So Belkor, you phone already out. You call Ghost. It rings for a little bit, and then you hear, "Hello, Belkor. Is that you?"
My God, Ghost, how you been?
Well, I've been all right. Accidentally left a ketchup packet in my back pocket, sat down, it exploded everywhere.
Ooh.
I had to raw dog that hot dog. No condiments whatsoever.
Oh my god, that sounds.
Hashtag ghost problems.
Wait, hold on. I'm hearing how that must have sounded for you. What I meant was I had to eat it without any condiments on it, and so it was just a hot dog straight up. Fuck. I'm not on speakerphone, am I? You're on speakerphone.
Oh.
Everyone heard
Yeah.
that.
No, we didn't hear that.
Yep. Nobody heard that.
They roll for
Incredible. Let's get to the business. Actually, let's
Yeah.
actually, I'm your boss, and respect me, and let's get down to the business.
Right. So yeah, we have someone else that we might want to put on ice for a bit.
All right, I understand. Fantastic. I'll be there in just one moment.
All right.
Let me think about how I want to do this.
I was gonna say, how's he making his entrance this time?
You see a squirrel runs out of the top of a tree, down the trunk, across
Not
the
the
path
squirrel.
in the middle of this festival, sees a dragon, drops the acorn that they're carrying, and bolts away. And you see the acorn standing there on the path. Starts to move like a Mexican jumping bean before it explodes and Ghost pops out of it. Oh, goodness. My God.
That's really impressive. I still am baffled every time you show up.
It takes a lot of practice.
Why,
Listen,
why,
I got here
why
as
did
soon
we
as I
have to
could.
go into the bank again if he can do that?
Well, I can't help you all the time. Sometimes you have to figure things out for yourself.
Why? It seems so weird.
I mean, listen, that's how things work. sometimes. I have other things I'm
What?
working on. I can't
Wait.
be doing your guys'
like raw
work for you.
dog eat a hot dog.
I didn't say that. I never said that.
100% you said that.
Pretty sure you
cast
said that.
gaslight. I cast gaslight on all of you.
My kid calls it them
Nothing.
glizzies. I don't know why. And then I was like, "Oh, okay, glizzies." And then he laughed at me every time I said it. I don't know why. He only laughs at me they only laugh at me when I say it. So,
John. Yeah, it's glizzies. Yeah,
Is that two Z's?
that's what the cool kids are
That's what
saying.
the kids are calling it. So that's what I started saying around. Like, hey, let me grab a couple glizzies. It cracks them up every single time.
Yeah, it does sound wild. But then again, so does what I said. All right, listen up. Where's the person? Who are we putting on ice?
I snap my fingers, the dragon disappears, and
Jesus Christ.
the body plops down like 10 feet.
How did I miss that dragon?
Face first.
All right. I'll take her. Fireman just throws it over the shoulder. All right.
Wait, quick question
Oh, yeah,
before you go.
of course.
Nowhere is this organization?
KnowOne?
KnowOne, sorry.
Nowhere is something totally different.
I bet.
You don't even want to know.
Is your organization, how do I put this, multiversal or universal or global?
That's an incredible
'Cause,
question.
We
That's an
need.
incredible question. I wish I could answer, but you don't have clearance. Not yet. And he sprints away with Laura Cobb bobbing on his back as he dives headfirst into a mailbox, like one of those blue public mailbox things, and dives through the little chute at the top with Laura Cobb. From a distance, you hear bone crunching as he slams his body and Laura's into this hole and vanishes to go put her on ice. As your question was quickly avoided.
All right.
Sort of answered in
so
the
much
way that
for-
it wasn't answered.
Right.
But
Well, so much for trying to warn him about the alien invasion. But all right.
Hey, John, real quick. Don't call it a glizzy.
Why not?
It's just your son's messing with you. Just don't.
I got the rug pulled on me, didn't I?
Yeah, pretty good.
Okay.
So,
it's at this moment, actually, that you hear a quiet voice call out from behind like a tree, maybe like 30 feet away. No, call them glizzies. That's good. Glizzy is good.
Right, what are you doing?
The tree is like, what?
Have you been here the whole time?
Me?
Yes, you.
I've
Over
been here for a while. I've been
I
here for a
checked my
little bit.
phone. Did I get a text message from them like I told them to if something bad started happening?
Absolutely not. I
Interesting.
did not.
Because I had my phone. The ringer was turned all the way up, and I didn't get a message from you.
Oh, it didn't go.
When people started turning into meat monsters.
It didn't go through.
No, yeah, because it's not even a
Oh.
draft.
Sorry, Dad.
That was
Listen, I panicked. Okay, people were turning into meat monsters. I was freaking
Right.
out.
And that's why you should have messaged me. What if I casted a spell that was big enough and it could have harmed you?
You summoned a dragon. Are we gonna talk about it? What's its name?
It doesn't have a name. It's an
I
extension of
ride
the
it?
draconic spirit that I don't know. Weight class is weird when it comes to actually mounting beasts. Regardless, no.
Listen, I saw that guy jump into a mailbox. Is that normal?
For him,
That's
yes.
crazy.
yeah.
Don't try it.
And that woman, did the dragon kill that woman or?
Well, no.
No, she's unconscious.
Well, no, I'm really glad we didn't kill her.
Good. Stares at Tint. What? Oh,
Waves a turkey leg. Hi.
hello. I wouldn't eat those. People
Oh,
were turning
no,
into
I'm
meat
gonna-
monsters.
Yeah, I'm gonna do experiments on them.
Oh, okay.
Stay in school, kid.
So, all right, 10th grader, I guess. Yeah, high school, I guess. Whatever.
I went
Yeah,
to
I'm catching
college.
straight from high school. I
I
get
went
it.
to college.
Middle school.
Who is this
That's
kid?
so cool. So
Thank
you're
you.
like a
He's
child
my
prodigy kind of thing? Got in early? That's sick.
I'm an adult.
Me too.
No, you're not. Anyways, we need to make sure that you get home safely because something
People are
big
turning into
is
meat monsters.
and possibly something worse. We might be getting invaded by aliens, or the dead might be walking tomorrow. So I need to spend the night getting prepared and getting you bunkered in. More than likely, not even at the house. I'm probably going to have to take you to an assassin hotel, and you have to stay there for the night.
What? An assassin hotel?
It's a long story. I'll have to explain in the car.
Can we pick up my mom on the way too? I feel like she could, like, she could
Anyone's
watch it.
family who you're worried that if the world ends tomorrow, yes, I guess we bring them all to the hotel that's supposed to be.
That's so funny.
My mom makes great cookies. Just
But also keep in mind, only bring people who are supposed to know about what we do, or tell a really, 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 really good lie. Okay.
I'm great at lying.
Okay. And also, if
I
they
wanna
are
believe
told
you,
a
Tim. I
lie
want to.
and
So
they're
bad.
in the same hotel that I'm in, just let me know that they're thinking a lie. Otherwise, I'm going to talk about aliens for sure. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
already freaking out not to post it to the socials.
Give me your phone.
Dad,
Fair.
come
Give me
on.
your phone.
What?
Give me your phone.
Just like the whole body goes so limp. It is just like, just like.
I go in and I just put a parental lock on every social media app. Can still use the phone, can still search stuff, but I'm just a parental lock, just a code only I know.
Mhm.
And it's something simple, just like their own social security, just a number that kids will never want to know or remember until it's actually important. And then I hand the phone back. All right. Unless there's anything else we need to do today.
We should probably cheese it. Really, and honestly,
You begin to hear sirens. You
Yeah.
begin to hear like even like a helicopter. You can't tell if it's a police one or a news one.
Oh God.
Yeah,
And we got to
I-
get back to the car,
Right.
which was
So-
kind of like, I mean, you did like 10 readjustments to get into that spot. So to
I
get back
did.
out.
I did.
Oh my god! You
Yes.
should see him K-turn.
Anyways, let's to the car.
all right. I guess I'll meet you at the hotel. I gotta run home for a little bit, and
Gotcha.
I'm gonna like get the last couple little screws in place on Twofer and like smack him on the back of the head. The little jet engine starts spooling up.
Fair
It's
enough.
alive.
Belkor, you need a ride?
No, I think I'm gonna walk. Still got a lot of stuff to think about.
Listen, I've been through the worst part of what you're fearing could have happened, and I know there's a lot going on. If you want to walk alone, that's fine. But as of this moment, we're about to be public enemy number one to the richest
Yeah.
person in the world. So,
All right, I'll take you up on that ride.
okay. So we're going to go drop Belkor off. Then I gotta take Tent with me back to my place. Then we're gonna switch to the minivan because I brought the muscle car. I thought we were just gonna be cool and drive the muscle car.
No, you can just drop me off at my lab. I gotta do some stuff, and then my mom can swing by and pick me up in her van. Anyone else who needs a ride, it's got the third row, so we can all squeeze in.
Belkor's Tents back to my place, so we don't need the minivan. We don't need any extra.
It's definitely way cooler if we stay with the muscle car.
Should I bring the minivan in case we need to bring extra things, weaponry, grenades, magic items?
Got all I need.
Or we could load up my mom's
Ray is
minivan
freaking out right now. Grenade. Just like looking at Belkor and like other members, except everyone but his dad is just looks at Belkor and goes, "Grenades? What the heck?"
It's all right. Better safe than sorry. I don't want to hear about it tomorrow. We're in the final fight for our lives, and then we say, "Oh, I wish we could have brought X, Y, and Z, but there wasn't enough space in the trunk."
We could ask my mom if we can borrow her minivan too.
What's wrong with my minivan?
2 minivans? No, I just mean like if we need the extra room.
Who else here has their license? What? You ride a skateboard everywhere.
That doesn't mean I don't have a license. I drive a motorcycle too.
I did not know that.
We talked about this because Tin also drives a
Right.
Oh yeah,
Drives a motorcycle. Yeah.
Well, then should we all take motorcycles? I have a motorcycle.
Yeah.
No, mine's in the shop.
Okay. I mean, would you like to ride my motorcycle? I mean, I got one that's like imported.
You want me to ride your motorcycle? You want to trust me with that?
Dad, don't let him. Dad, don't let him.
You can ride with me.
Motorcycle.
I mean, I have 10 vehicles.
I think it was 6.
It was 6?
It was like 5 or 6 because you rolled a d6 to see how many vehicles you had.
Out of those
and
vehicles,
multiplied it by 2.
Yeah.
Does this make any sense? Okay, never mind. I only have one motorcycle.
One car has the summer tires on it. One car has the winter tires on it.
Never mind. I only own one motorcycle out of the 6.
It's fine. If my mom has to come to the Assassin Hotel with us, I'll just ride with her in the minivan. And then if we need the minivan, it could take it.
Fair enough. All right, let's get in the car.
It has the screens, so we could watch a movie if we wanted.
The sirens are so close. We gotta go, guys.
Son of a bitch, he parked right behind me, even closer.
Amazing.
My head.
That's so funny. So yeah, we have Tint, Ray, Belkor, and John all in the car. Jaster rocketing away down, right? You're all heading off in your own directions, going back to your places in order to continue working and preparing for the next day and the battle to come. And this feels like a really good breaking point to take a little break. And when we come back, we will finish up with episode 7 and see how our party is preparing for the final battle with Zusk Bergos, the richest man in the world.
And his alien army.
We'll be back.
Hello, students, and welcome back to another semester here at Mythos University. This is your dean, the mighty Zeus. I speak for the entire faculty and staff when I say we are thrilled to kickstart another year of academics, athletics, and ambition. Here at Mythos, we want you to explore your passions, test your limits, and fulfill your destinies. Whether you're a gifted athlete with God-given talents hitting the gym, or you're hitting the books and racking up A's, or maybe you're rubbing elbows at the next rager on Greek Row. No matter what, you're welcome here. So You Want to Be a DM presents Mythos University. Has your dungeon master ever said no to your shenanigans during a game? Well, with Galliani and Hellstrom, they can't do that. If your DM denies your fever dream interpretation of the rules, then you're gonna want Galliani and Hellstrom in your corner. So just email us at soyouwannabeadm@gmail.com, or you can search for So You Wanna Be a Dungeon Master anywhere you find your podcasts. And remember, if you're not having fun playing D&D, something's, wrong.
I have DM dysfunction. I have DM dysfunction. I have DM dysfunction. A recent study published by the Bardic College of Lore claims that 69% of dungeon masters suffer from DM dysfunction, or DMD. This condition has more facets than your favorite polyhedral. Some have reported burnout, writer's block, issues with balance, or inter-party problems. At So You Want to Be a DM, it's our mission to not only fight the monster-like symptoms of DM dysfunction, but to treat the very cause of it. To do this, we implement auditory technology in the form of the podcast So You Want to Be a Dungeon Master. By listening to the tips and tricks provided by Justin and Taylor, DM dysfunction can become a thing of the past. I've been a listener of the podcast for over 4 months now, and I don't have to worry about DM dysfunction anymore. And I just DM'd my first homebrew world, and I didn't have to worry about DM dysfunction. With all the So You Want to Be a Dungeon Master content that I consume, I'll never have to worry about DM dysfunction ever again. And neither will you. Check out So You Want to Be a Dungeon Master.
You can talk to your doctor today, or you can find So You Want to Be a Dungeon Master anywhere you find podcasts. Listening to too many episodes in a row can cause excessive imagination, lucid dreaming, lactose intolerance, and character death. Sorry, not death. Character depth.
And remember, you don't want DMD, you want D&D. And we're back. And the gang's all here. Last we left off, we left the Fey Festival, or the aftermath of it, and most of us hopped into John's muscle car, cramped in as he begins to chauffeur people around Sphinx City, dropping Belkor off in Little Feywild, dropping Tint off in Gnomewitch Village before heading back home to Minotaur West, and Jaster rocket skateboards back to Baldertown. Jaster. As you are rocketing home, skateboarding, there's so many opportunities riding the streets of Sphinx City on Twofer. It's like a skate video. There's just so many different things. There's like boards in the street, like pallets next to restaurants of previous shipments, and things are like lined up in a way. Everything is coming up Jaster in this specific moment. This ride home is the perfect, like one of those one shots in a skate video where you're doing a line. They're usually referred to as, and it's just and you're not planning it. It's not like you choreographed it, right? Like
So I think after my second death and my second brush with Mullen, the Dark Slider, it kind of starts like the weird math meme where all the like the lines and stuff. So like it might not look like at all kind of like to somebody else it wouldn't look like this, but to me it all kind of just like I can see the math. Oh, if I do this jump here, I can do a quick little rail up there on this little awning, then jump down, hit the side of the benches there.
Heck yes. As you have all of these like mathematical geometrical equations in your head that you don't even necessarily like. Actually, no, you're an artificer. You absolutely would understand most of them, actually, as I'm thinking about it. And so you're hitting all of these crazy jumps and connecting different move sets together. And you begin to hear your own, like, soundtrack. Like, if this was a skate video, this is the song that would be playing over the portion of the video that is dedicated to Jaster Fixadet.
Mhm.
What are the vibes of that song?
I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind is just the sickest ska beat you can come up with. A lot of trumpet, lot of electric guitar, a lot of, all of that stuff. Yeah.
As you begin to almost hear your own soundtrack and hearing this brass section just lay into it, this funky beat, you begin to hear alongside your own, actually, because you're riding Twofer, Twofer doesn't necessarily make the same sounds as like a skateboard wheel, right? Like they're a rocket powered skateboard. So does that mean that they still have wheels but are just also rocket propelled? Or are you kind of like floating a little bit?
I think it's kind of like a 2 or 3 inches of hover rather than it being a straight up. Like when I'm doing like grinds and stuff, it is definitely body is contacting the rail and sliding across it. But then on like the normal straightaways, like just going down the sidewalk, it's like just a little bit of a hover.
Gotcha. So very Back to the Future. In the future portion of the of it. Incredible. And you begin to hear another set of wheels riding just behind you. And they seem to be like, before you even think to like turn around or fully notice it, you hear them keeping up with you. They're hitting all the same jumps that you're hitting and stuff like that. And as you turn around, you see Mullen there. And Mullen is skating alongside you. He currently has like shaggy brown hair that's kind of like in his face a little bit, especially when he's skating. It's just kind of like blowing around. And they're like, most of the time that you see him or have seen him in the past and stuff like that, he almost looks like a humanoid. I mean, he looks like he could just be a citizen of Sphinx City for the most part. But every once in a while, as you're like turning around and seeing him skate, he has on like a plaid shirt is like off of his shoulders and like tied around his waist. He just has like a simple t-shirt on and like some baggy jeans where the bottoms are kind of frayed. He has like skate shoes on that have like the massive blown up tongue. Like those DC shoes or like Etnies or something like that.
I love DCs.
And he just has like a straight up normal skateboard for the most part. It looks like worn and weathered. It's the grip tape is all shorn off the edges and stuff like that. In the middle of it, even like in between where you would put your feet, like in the very middle, is completely worn out. Because of the dark slide, absolutely. As you see him pull off that move. But as he pulls off that move, you see him go into this like 1.5 kick flip so that he lands with the board upside down, the grip tape hitting the rail and beginning this grind. You see his board begin to spark, like as the grip tape is rubbing up against the metal bar. You see it begin to spark and almost leave behind this like trail of flames that glow. This like, they almost look like translucent black smoke, but in the shape of fire. So picture just like, like a line of fire behind him, but this like blackish, grayish color and stuff like that. That's like popping out. And when he's in the actual dark slide itself, just for a brief moment, you see these like jutting out of his forehead past his like floppy surferish kind of hair. You see these 2 massive black horns that kind of curl up and go around. And then soon as he like kick flips out of the dark slide and lands, that all disappears. And he goes back to looking just like a normal dude who's ripping some skate tricks.
Hell yeah.
He pulls up next to you. Oh, Jaster, what's up, dude? What's going on?
Just skating away the pain.
Yeah, dude, I hear that. Sometimes you just gotta let it rip, you know? Just freaking send it. That's what I've been saying, dude.
Yeah. I've been sending it, and it's gotten me killed a couple times, I think.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, sending it is interesting because, like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta freaking send it, and sometimes you have to, like, know when to send it, if that makes any sense. You know, it's a science.
Yeah.
It's like any other science.
So, yeah, no, I get it. I'm
You know,
scientist. I'm something of a scientist myself.
I heard that about you, actually. You're pretty smart, right?
Yeah, I mean, I made this guy here.
I've been meaning to tell you, dude. It's a freaking sick skateboard, bro.
Right?
Yeah, it's super cool. And it's also a dog?
Yeah,
Crazy.
he helps me out in fights.
Wild, dude. That's sick as hell. What's his name?
Twofer. Who's
Twofer.
2 for 1.
Because it's a 2
yeah.
for Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Sick. Well, listen, dude. Probably a big fight ahead, I imagine. I've been kind of, you know, eavespeeping a little bit. I've been hearing what's going on down here. Sounds like there's some sort of like invasion happening.
Yeah, aliens or something. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I don't know about aliens per se, but like definitely some weird beings. I've never really been like one of those tinfoil hat. Oh yeah, aliens type of thing. I don't know.
Oh, for sure. No, I totally get that. Yeah. So aliens are super real. Here's the thing.
Really?
Brother, they're super real. Do you remember where we first met?
Yeah.
Space, dude.
Space.
That was freaking space.
I thought that was just like some other plane or something. Like I thought it was like the afterlife. That was like actually space.
No, space, dude. It was space. I've been sort of fucking around in space for the past like 100 years, give or take.
Right.
And so I kind of chill there now. So when I was like, you know, I'm farting around, I'm chilling in space and stuff, and I get a little blip saying like this cool dude freaking died in a laboratory underneath a zoo. I was like, what? That's crazy. Let me freaking hit this guy up. And so I sort of intercepted your soul before you could hit the afterlife. If that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm totally cool with it. I mean,
yeah,
I'm really leaning into the whole skating thing. Like,
no, dude, it's
a lot of fun.
It freaking suits you, dude. But yeah, so I sort of intercepted that and was like, snag, you know what I mean? And so here you are, and I'm like, brother, we have work to do, you know? Yeah. And if the way I look at it like this, if you want to do whatever the heck you want to do and just be a freaking badass and send it, you can't be having these freaking jabronis telling us what to do with their mind control, and they're turning people into lizard folk and freaking turkey legs.
Totally. Yeah.
So we gotta freaking take them out.
I still really want a turkey leg.
No, that is interesting actually, because it did terrible things to those people, but I'm sure you could get a safe one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that is really taking the just send it sort of mantra really to heart. Whoa. Anyway, yeah, dude, so I'm in space and shit, and like I don't know, it's pretty chill up here. But there's a lot of weird stuff going on, and you know, it's like big up here, right? Space.
Yeah.
It's known for that. That's like one of the main characteristics of space, is that it's huge. And yet there's these couple of bozos that kind of feel like they're encroaching on some territory, and they're sort of like getting a little greedy.
Okay.
I don't like them.
Well, let's stop them.
Hell yeah. That's exactly what I wanted you to say.
Who are they?
They're bad dudes, dude. They're bad dudes. They're crummy, and I hate them, and they suck. Yeah, they're bad. You know? because like I'm a big believer in like, hey man, do what you want, you know, whatever.
Hell yeah.
Just let her rip. Just send it. But also, don't be a dick about it, you know?
Right.
So that's kind of my mantra. That's kind of the words I live by.
Just send it. _ don't be a dick.
Yeah, just don't be a dick about it. If you're sending it makes other people feel bad, then that's probably not the best way to send it.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Signed, sealed, and delivered. Anyway.
So
Signed, sealed, delivered. And he Mullen pops his skateboard up and grabs it in one arm. Kind of like goes to like dap you up a little bit. And he's like, all right, but it's like so weird. It's like one of those things of like he goes in for like this dap and then immediately starts doing like the weirdest little things to your hand where it doesn't make any sense. He's like, oh yeah, here you go. Oh, you go. All right. All right, dude. So, yeah, I'll I mean, I got you on speed dial pretty much. So I'll let you know when things progress to a level where you guys are ready.
Ready for
Space?
Okay.
Maybe.
I mean,
let's handle Sphinx City first.
Yeah, but like we're gonna go to space? Like not dead, go to space?
Oh, preferably.
Okay.
Maybe.
Enough.
Again, I don't know, dude. You know, I'm just sending it. I'm just seeing where it's taking me.
All right.
And I think it's taking us to freaking space. But who knows? Who knows, man?
Well, cool.
All right.
Awesome.
All right. I got to kick it.
Yeah. All right. Cool. See ya.
You see him just skate around a corner into an alleyway, does like a wall ride, and as soon as you turn the corner, he's gone. Vanishes.
So cool.
And the rest of your ride home is filled with this ska music and this weird premonition of what is possible to come.
If it was Tony Hawk Pro Skater, it would be all one combo all the way back.
Hell yeah. Heck yes. Belkor, you were dropped off first back at Little Feywilds to your home. As soon as you walk in with your bag full of food from the festival, you're greeted immediately by Gwen, who rushes up and gives you a big hug and is like, oh my god, Belkor, finally you're home, and gives you a big hug and a kiss, and is like, all right, here, come into the living room. I fixed us some drink. She has like some candles lit. There's just like a bottle of wine open with 2 wine glasses, and she just is like, she sits on the couch, like pats the little cushion next to her, and she's like, come here. Tell me about your day.
Oh, it was going great. Went to the fair, mostly on a leave, but also, I mean, me and food.
Was? Yeah.
Hence the
Oh, incredible. Here, I'll start setting some stuff out. You keep talking.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, it was going great, and then got into this big fight. Some stuff went down with what looked like spaghetti monsters. I'll never look at spaghetti the same way.
Oh no.
And I died.
What?
I died. There was this explosion, and I just died.
Oh my god. Well, how are you here now? They fixed you up? They used some sort of magic?
So, I want to say about a year prior, we helped free my pals and I. We rescued a phoenix from the bank. The Phoenix
from the
Bank.
Phoenix Bank?
Yeah, the Phoenix Bank.
That feels a little on the nose.
That is a little on the nose, and oddly enough, they actually had a phoenix.
Yeah.
Pumpkin.
I mean, it feels like a little lazy on the author's part, but I suppose that I guess.
Lazy or intelligent.
Right. It's a hiding in
Anyway.
plain sight sort of thing.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. The Phoenix gifted us an egg, and we never had a use for it until now. But it gets me thinking, because while I was dead, I want to consider it like a glimpse.
Oh, you saw
But-
something? You like saw the light or something? You like saw
No, like a glimpse,
vision?
as in like think of it as the perfect future for us.
Okay. I like this. This is
So
good.
think of it a field of wheat, far as the eye can see, and we have this within this field of wheat. We have this cottage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, this is like the Fey countryside, if you will.
Yeah.
And inside, like, I walked in, and like at this point, I really thought like I was like, this was it. This was my final like thoughts
Oh my god.
mind.
Yeah.
You were there, but it wasn't just you. We had kids.
We had children in your vision thing?
Yeah,
Oh my god. How many kids do we have?
I think when I counted, it was just 2.
That's the perfect number.
Yeah. And I was there for at least, from what I could tell time-wise, like I was there for months, years,
Oh my god.
and then I was brought back. And like I said, what seemed like years to me was only like 5 minutes of just being dead.
Belkor, this
And
is a lot. This is
Before,
incredible.
and I'll just say this also now, before all of this, your father offered us an all expense paid vacation.
Oh,
That,
that was very nice of him.
like, I was reluctant at first, because I mean, like,
Of course. I know how you are about accepting
Yeah,
big
yeah,
gifts
like,
and stuff
gotta-
like that.
that, and I mean, like, I got a job to do. I mean, and this
course.
is for the greater good of the entire city.
Yeah.
But like, for once, I feel like this could be a nice breather, like, for both of us.
Of course.
Like, with me being gone, with the restaurant, as well as my other thing I got going on.
Yeah, I know there's a lot on
I
your
haven't
plate.
been home,
I
and
know.
like, I think I'm gonna take him up on that offer.
Good. We deserve it. You deserve it. I mean, I know you've had a lot on your plate lately. You're doing so much. You're helping out so many people. You know, and you got the restaurant, you got Sven, you got all the extra work that Daddy puts you through. I can't even imagine. But listen, I mean, kids. That's how did that? I don't know. Just hypothetically, how did that make you feel? Are you pro or
I mean,
anti?
I'm pro for sure. Like, when I saw them, like, it was once again going through my head that, yeah, I've literally died and gone to at least some sort of heaven. As like single
Wow.
tear just comes like down his eye.
Aw.
Just
I think she like sees that, and you see like as soon as you answer very quickly, where you're like, "Oh, I'm pro." Like I feel good about the fact that I saw this vision that included children or whatever. You see, you guys are married. You don't have to make like insight checks or anything. You see like just a quick relief come over her. I don't know how much the two of you have talked about the future of your family and that sort of aspect of things, but she sees the tear and everything, and she comes in for a really big hug, and she starts crying actually, and she gets pretty emotional in this moment, as she like eventually like squeezes you really tight and then releases. She's like crying. She like grabs a tissue. She's like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry, Belkor. I know you had a rough day, and I don't want to steal the spotlight or anything like that. It's just, what is this, a cannoli? Oh, it's filled with meat. That's weird." And she starts eating this like strange stuffed pasta thing that is like a savory version of a cannoli and stuff like that. And like as you guys continue talking for another like couple minutes, she like has to interrupt at one point, and she's like, "Oh my god, excuse me, 1 second. Actually, just hold on to that thought, Belkor." And she has to rush away, and she runs into the bathroom and throws up.
And then probably wasn't a good cannoli, was it?
She comes back and she's like wiping her mouth, and she's like still got like kind of tears in her eyes, because I can't speak for everybody, but when I throw up, I have tears in my eyes because it's the worst thing in my life. And and she returns and she's like, "I'm sorry about that. I've been doing that all day, actually. I don't know what is coming over me, if it's like a freaking bug or something, but woof. Okay, so you have this incredible vision. I mean, wow. Was it in Feywild? Is that where you think the cottage was?"
I believe so. Like, this was like, I mean, like, no skyscrapers, just
Oof.
all you can see is just sky, rolling hills. Like,
Oh my god. I bet it was quiet.
was like nice and peaceful, just the birds chirping.
Sounds pretty nice. Sounds pretty nice. What are you gonna do? I know you obviously still want to do right by Sphinx City and all your friends and everything.
My plan is this. It may not be the last job, but it will be the last job for a bit, I think.
Okay.
Like, you're too important to me to lose. Like, and I just don't want to lose it.
She starts crying again and just hugs you again, and the two of you go back and forth, and just just like a beautiful sobbing moment between this incredible couple, this married couple. And just for fun, make a medicine check. For no reason.
No reason. No, none at all.
17.
I rolled dice off camera. I do stuff. What did you say? 19?
17.
17. Still pretty good. I'm gonna say I think it's impossible not to come across Belkor's mind. The possibility, however slim, that maybe the throwing up.
Dots just connecting, like
Dots are connecting. Dots are connecting. Gwen might be pregnant. Who knows?
just in, like, I want to say, like, in the back of, like, Belkor's mind, like, there's just that part that's like, yes, yes, yes.
Incredible. But you don't think that either she's not aware, or maybe she's just like being a little clueless, or like is kind of worried about other things and so is preoccupied. Maybe she's a little bit like in denial, like, no, that couldn't be it. It has to be like the flu or something. Like, there's no way it's that. And so you can tell, that if she knew one way or the other, she would tell you. So you don't think that it's confirmed, but again, one of those things where it's like, it's impossible to ignore the signs, at least for Belkor, given the recent state of events. And so the two of you go to sleep after sharing some wine and some more snacks. There's maybe one more trip to the bathroom for Gwen before heading in for the night, cuddling up and getting an incredible night's sleep, clutched in the arms of your loved one, as we move on to Tint. Tint,
Oh gosh.
You're on
Yeah.
your way. You get dropped off. Are you going home first or Gamescape
No.
first?
Gamescape.
Gamescape. Hell
No,
yes. You go
Tint
over.
has learned his lesson. He knows he needs to sleep tonight.
Smart.
Not go. He cannot go
Very
another
smart.
all-nighter.
Yeah,
but no, he's going to
definitely.
Gamescape.
Okay.
Um,
You go over to Gamescape. You have your key to let you in. Get into the basement through the secret passages and all the, hidey holes until you're in your laboratory. What would you like to do?
the first thing Tint does is turns on some music to really set the mood. And usually he listens to EDM. It's like very pumped up. Tint's in his emo phase right now. He has moved into his emo era. So it is like my alchemical romance.
Hell yes. Hell yes, it is.
And this is like all of the songs that are by emo bands, but like everyone knows them. Tint's like, I'm emo now, and everyone's like, okay, calm down.
You know all the small things. Calm down.
He listened to the entire Green Day album, like just one of them.
Yeah.
He was like, yep, like I'm in this now. This is my culture.
This is my whole personality now.
Yep.
Mhm.
This is me now.
So he does that. And then he's first gonna get to work on analyzing this toxic highlighter yellow,
Hell yes.
not poison, but whatever,
But poison.
Mhm,
poison.
mhm, mhm.
Because he's pretty sure that's gonna have to sit for a bit, like whatever he's running on it, right? It's not just gonna be instant.
Yeah, 100%. Go ahead and make an alchemy check.
Not as good. Apparently his brain does not work as well with emo music. It's still a 14.
A 14,
What?
okay. You definitely know that you're starting to separate it into its various components and identify all the different chemical markers that make up this substance, including you've probably jacked from Gollum University, a centrifuge, and you're even
Sure.
separating, you're titrating, you're doing all this crazy stuff.
Oh yeah.
And you can see what it does. With the 14, you can't figure out what exactly they were trying to do, other than what Laura Koss said, it's supposed to make you stronger and
Right.
faster and da-da-da. But you don't...
But
you-
chemically.
you can't figure out how this was supposed to do that, because what you're seeing here is the perfect type of chemical substance to turn people into meat monsters.
Which it did.
It totally did. If that's what they were going for, they fucking nailed it. But if they were
Well-
trying to make super soldiers, failed.
Tint is going to try and create a antidote or a cure for the meat monster.
Mhm.
Understanding that it may not reverse the effects, but maybe if he could give it to them right after, that it might stop the meat monster process.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like it's inhumane once you get turned out to try and re-skin
Yeah.
suit you. Doesn't seem.
Yeah, it might be difficult.
Yeah.
But who knows? Magic exists in this world, right?
Magic
so maybe.
exists.
But yeah, with enough time, you're easily able to create what you think is an antidote,
Okay.
and create a couple doses of that for the time being. So you have that on hand. Is there anything else?
Yeah, two more things. One
Mhm.
is Tint able to determine which of these turkey legs has not been given the toxins.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, once you're able to identify the actual compounds in the chemicals, you can easily figure out which turkey legs have been infected and not.
All right. And then he's snacking on the non ones.
Amazing. There are a couple times where you are eating a good turkey leg and you put it down and you accidentally pick up a bad one and you're like, "What? Nope."
Nope.
Nice try. You grabbed the right one.
Like, that's why we put it on the good turkey legs on the right side and the bad turkey legs on the left side. There is a moment that it's like, why do I still have this? And then he just goes back. The other thing
Surrounded
that
by
I would
turkey
like
legs.
to do,
Yeah.
just everywhere. At one point, he looks up and he's like, "Oh my god, they're multiplying." At his first energy drink, his first and only energy drink of the night, because he is going to sleep tonight. It might be here at his work desk, but he is going to sleep. He's going to take the heart, and the magic that caused Dr. Avenatti to explode and kill 2 of his friends, would any of that be like in the heart? Like, are there remnants of it? Just like that explosive magic.
Ooh, interesting. There are aspects of that explosive magic in the sense that they both share some divinity. But I would say maybe a little bit. What is Tint trying to do?
Make a bomb.
Amazing.
Naturally.
Of course, absolutely. A heart bomb.
Why even ask?
A holy heart bomb.
It was the only option.
Tint's just
check.
like, Tint has seen enough superhero movies that he's like, if we can't save the, and he's like envisioning himself, right? Like seeing his friends go down and he takes out the heart grenade. And like, it's just a last ditch effort to like disrupt whatever portal is bringing the aliens in. And Tint just sees himself like throw right before like he's shot down. He just has this really grand moment in his brain.
Okay, I love this. Yes, we can do this. I had a totally different plan for the heart. Whoa.
Is it better or is it?
We'll never know until the action surge. Stay tuned. Go follow us on Patreon. Anyway.
Follow your heart.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, I need an alchemy check.
All right, come on.
If you have any of those, what are they called? Flashes of genius?
Oh, I do.
Now's your moment.
All right, so we'll add, I think it's my intelligence, which is, it's +4. I think. Yeah. Okay. Come on. Well, I rolled an 18, so that's a 30 with my flash of genius.
Amazing. A 30 on your alchemy check to create a holy heart bomb. Absolutely you do. Oh, this is fun. Let's say you can throw it 30 feet. Takes an action.
Okay.
You could throw it 30 feet. It's got a 20-foot radius. So you got to throw it far. As far as you can, which is 30 feet, because it's going to explode kind of close to you. Like, if you throw it 20 feet, you're in the blast. You have to throw it 25 or 30
If
feet.
Tint goes down in this fight, I feel like that's how he's going to want to go. Not actually, but he has romanticized this.
No doubt.
He is
insane.
romanticized death.
I love this so much. We're going to say that this is...
He's emo right now, so...
Let's say that this holy heart grenade does 8d6 radiant damage.
What happens if you reduce to 0 by it?
Oh.
That should be with real spices, right?
That is probably. You know what? If it happens, we'll figure it out in the moment. Let's not even think too hard on it. Let's just let it
not
come to us
overthink
in
this,
the moment.
because Tint's not overthinking this.
Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, you've done good work here. Things are looking good.
All right. Is it, after he does all of this, is it too late to go home?
No, I think you could go home.
All right.
You live in the same neighborhood as the Gamescape and stuff like that, so it's pretty close.
He's also going to stop at a store on the way home.
Of course. Uh-huh.
No, he's going to pick up, like, would Tint know his mom's favorite candy?
I think so.
He picks up. Okay, he picks up what he's pretty sure is his mom's favorite candy. He
Which
feels
is?
really bad. Oh, God.
World build.
World build. It's gummy
Published author,
worms.
go.
It's gummy worms.
You're not gonna believe this far-fetched concept. High fantasy meets modern day. Gummy worms.
Incredible.
It's genius. Put it on a goddamn t-shirt.
They're like magical. It's a little bit like pop rocks. When they touch your tongue, they like
They
like that
actually
live
animate.
octopus. You
I
can
hate that. Yeah, I hate,
They
I
animate.
hate that. I absolutely. I love like
Minor incantation.
the sour worms and the sour octopus things. If it did that, I would never touch them. I would never ever touch them.
If you open them, it activates a little incantation.
Yeah,
and they start to
no.
wiggle.
Right in the trash
gummy
can.
maggots.
Nope.
amazing.
We're kobolds.
We're kobolds. We're gonna eat them.
We're kobolds.
Amazing. You buy your mom some bribe snacks or something on your way home.
It's half a bribe, half a like. I'm a shitty son.
Oh man. And you eventually
She's definitely
get home.
asleep though. Like,
Yeah, she definitely is turned in for the night. You can talk to her in the morning.
I was going to
As
say, are you
you-
going to wake her up and take, hey, we need to go to Assassin Hotel?
it's not gonna be that. He's gonna try and lie about it. But yeah,
Amazing.
Tint will wake her up in the morning. He like stops at the door, like ready to tell his mom, like, I just watched 2 friends get killed today. But he sees like she's just sleeping. He's like, no, I can wait till morning. Then he goes to bed.
Amazing. You, as soon as your head hits the pillow, you pass out.
Yeah.
Absolutely out. There is a strange dream that you have. It's very brief and it like isn't as collective or like linear as so maybe some previous dreams that you've had or something like that. It's a little like almost like a collage of images and like emotions and sounds and stuff like that. You see a being that flashes into your mind as you're sleeping that is dressed very like regally, like a little bit like a king or like a court jester or a duke or something like that. Like just has these like incredible epithets or whatever they're called, and a cape and like royal garb and stuff like that. But you notice that their head has like a face here, and then a face here, and then a face here. It's like 3 faces. And you see that all their coloration is like white, black, red, and gold. And so there's an aspect of them that looks very much like a face card, like a playing card. They're kind of giving that sort of artistic style of like a classic, you know what I mean? King or Jack kind of thing, except for the 3 faces. And you just hear this like trailing voice come in and out that just says, all right, all your bets are in, all bets are in, come on, follow the lady, follow the pretty lady. And it doesn't really make sense in like the context. And then you see like another vision flashes. You see hands. There's 3 playing cards that are bent slightly in the middle of them. And you see 2 hands coming in and like moving them around and shifting them around. And I think Tint would be familiar with this game. It's sometimes referred to as 3-card Monty. And once again, the voice trails in and you hear the voice go, yeah, they call me the Gambler. Nice to meet you, kid.
Is Tint able to respond?
What does Tint say?
Have the cards stopped moving yet?
Yes.
Is this the game where like you follow? Is it the queen?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can I? I don't know if Tim would be able to see, but he is. I think he's just gonna point at one on the left.
Is Tint trying to logic their way through this or pure luck, like just going for
I think he would, but I don't think there is any logic in this like dream, unless he saw it at the start.
it didn't look like it.
Right, like it kind of like he saw it as it was already in motion.
Yeah. So go ahead, because it's a pure luck check, essentially. Here's what I'm going to say is I'm going to say, can you roll a d6?
Yes.
And before you roll it, pick two of the numbers, 1 through
God.
6. It could be any two of them.
Okay. Yep.
And if it lands on those numbers, you got it.
All right. We're gonna go 2 and 3.
Okay.
Now I rolled a 6.
The hand picks up the card that you selected, and it's a jack underneath, and you hear the voice go, better luck next time, kid. That'll be $1,000. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. You should have seen the look on your face. Anyway, I'll see you later. And you wake up from this strange dream that doesn't necessarily make a ton of sense. Yeah, it feels out of place. It feels like it doesn't fit. It doesn't seem like it relates to anything that's currently happening in your life.
Does Tint feel like he's missing something of this, like, what's going on?
No,
Okay.
not necessarily. No. It just feels like something is trying to reach out to you or communicate with you.
Okay.
And they referred to themselves as the Gambler. That was all you got from and the physical description. I mean, you got to see them.
Yeah.
But
And I haven't heard anyone talk about a gambler.
not in a
Not like in
nomenclature
this.
way. Yeah. And so with that, we leave there. We head over to John Smith. John Smith, you have dropped off your new friends. You're making it back to your place where you have parking.
I don't know why I like to back up into the driveway. It's just a thing. It's just a thing. I don't know. I don't want to say it's OCD. That just feels, disrespectful, but it just, I don't know. It scratches the itch in my brain. I don't know.
Yeah, Ray is now moved up to the shotgun position in the muscle car and is like, yeah, you always do back up. You always do back up into spots. I don't know. Is it just because you like it so that when you're leaving,
because
you
it's
just
like
pull out?
You just pull right out because it is. People don't care if you're backing out. They really don't. Anyways, grab. I don't want to say an overnight bag. Pack a suitcase. We might be staying at a hotel for a while.
Okay. All right. You guys enter your home, and Ray separates, heads to their room where they begin, putting a ton of stuff into a suitcase, probably completely unorganized and haphazard, and brings 1,000 band tees but no underwear or something. You know what I mean? Classic, just insane tween packing.
Bring toiletries.
I'll pack toilet paper. I feel like the hotel will have toilet paper.
Bring your own toothbrush.
Oh,
because it's
the
one
toiletries. You said
Well,
toiletries.
Yes, but you also need to
stuff.
bring your own toothbrush as well, because you have to use the one that the dentist said that you have to use so you don't get those cavities again. The one that we paid almost $200 for that you don't. Anyways.
Oh my God, Dad, you always bring up that toothbrush.
No. It's fine. As John goes into the kind of living room area and begins to tear up some floorboards and goes into a secret compartment, and he pulls out a briefcase with every single bit of currency that he's ever accumulated in his entire career.
It's heavy.
Specifically just the ancient Electrum coins with different insignia on them. And he kind of closes that up, and it's, very heavy, and puts it on the counter, kind of checks, make sure it didn't crack the granite. And then I think he goes and takes out all of his weapons out of his duffel bag style, and then begins to take them apart. This is completely impromptu, but I think he's going to try to make a new gun by combining all the different parts of his gun together.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
He's going to take his Wand of the War Mage and use that as a carbine handle, take an assault rifle stock as like a conversion kit, take the cockatrice launcher and put that on as an underbarrel, like it's a Call of Duty attachment, and it's just gonna like try to make a wand of the War Mage +2 by combining 2 different staffs that give a plus, or 2 different items that give him a +1.
Hell yeah. Just go ahead and make some sort of check. Just some sort of check. You tell me
Arcana.
what makes sense. I mean, they're magical stuff. Most of them are magical. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Let's do it.
Like, they're not technically guns.
Right. I mean, they're guns, but they're like magical items that are in the shape of guns, sort of.
Right. That's a 17.
17. You strap together all these different gun parts and stuff like that. You know your way around, a barrel and an attachment, and get all these pieces lined up, and it'll work. There may be some aspects of it that like could use some polishing, but for the most part, it works.
Right. Just say, Ray, you all packed up yet?
You step into the doorway of Ray's room and you see Ray over by their nightstand. Quietly, their bag, you see their bag on the bed. It's like the top of the suitcase is still open, but it's like packed with clothes and stuff like that. And then just like a single toothbrush just delicately placed on top. But Ray has their back turned to the bed and is on like the other side of the bed, far side of the room at the nightstand, holding a photograph of the 3 of you at your guys' like wedding ceremony. Because how, give or take, I know that Ray was alive when you married.
Yeah,
Ray's mom, right? So like
he's relatively young, like 7, 8, that sort of
incredible.
Thing.
Yeah,
you knew what was happening.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Like was a part of the wedding. Probably.
Yeah,
it was like either the ring bearer or like a flower person or something like that, or whatever.
Yeah, and I think
and he's just kind of looking at the photograph and just kind of seems to be like caught up.
And I just kind of sit down on the bed next to him, and I say, "Listen, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Me and my friends, we're going to try to stop what's going to happen. But when I never knew my mom and dad, when I was born, I was taken in and raised as an assassin against my will. And I did terrible things for many years until I met your mom. And she looked at me in a way that made me feel like I could actually be more than who I was. The same way you look at me when you say, how cool you think I am and how you talk to your friends about me, but I don't know if I can be that guy, that hero you all want me to be. But I'm going to try my best.
I think Ray hears this, and once you begin talking, like sits down. And as they sit in, you begin talking. They're still just holding the picture kind of closely. And they just rest their head on your shoulder as you finish that statement. And I think there's a pause in the conversation before Ray sniffles a little bit and like wipes their eye and says, Dad, I hear you, but I mean, I trust Mom more than anybody. no offense. And he kind of tries to diffuse some of the tension as he like throws an elbow into your stomach a little bit. Like, no offense. But if she saw something, then there is something. As simple as that. And I don't think that you are like trying to be who you're supposed to be. I think that you are this way. So I don't think that you needed Mom to do good. I think it helped because, let's be honest, you were punching up. Mom's incredible.
Yeah,
but,
that's very true.
Again, Ray trying so hard to diffuse the tension a little bit as they're getting like so emotional and like to stop themselves from like fully breaking down is just like Chandler binging this and just being like, actually, let's make it a joke. Does that make sense? I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense. I just think, you know, I miss her too. And I think it sucks. It sucks that she's gone. It sucks. And I hate that. But I'm grateful to still have you. And that we're together. And I think that would make her happy that we're together.
Yeah. I bring them in and just hug them real tight, give them a kiss on the top of the head. I just go, so, you ready to do something incredibly illegal and ride a dragon to an assassin hotel?
Oh my God. I want nothing more than to ride a dragon to an assassin hotel.
I use Sorceress Restoration to regain my 1 5th level spell slot.
Amazing.
We grab all of our stuff and go outside. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just have to come back in the morning.
Best dad ever.
And then I cast Draconic Spirit and look, and I'm like, yeah, I'll just come back in the morning and grab the car. And then we hop on board the dragon and we fly through Sphinx City.
Amazing. Let me ask you this for fun. Does the dragon talk?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Fuck yes.
Hey, what's going on, little man?
Oh my God, you talk?
Yeah.
Dad, this is the coolest freaking thing we've ever done.
Oh, yeah, it is. Let's ride.
Yeah.
Amazing. Starts doing barrel rolls and just like fucking cruising through skyscrapers, getting dangerously close like a Blue Angel show.
Breaking every single aviation law in Sphinx City.
Big time.
It's incredibly illegal.
Big time. Make a perception check as you have this unique perspective.
That's a 17.
17. Ray got a nat 1. Ray's loving this, just having so much fun, not paying attention to anything else.
Did my dragon make a perception check too?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know what their stats are. We'll be okay. That they got a 16.
Pretty good.
Know what they get for a plus, but
pretty good. Maybe add some stuff. I imagine their wisdom might be a +1 or a 0 or I don't know. Just off the top of my head, I don't. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter either way. But so you and the dragon, you do notice that there is a interesting plot of land that maybe you wouldn't have noticed if you didn't have this like unique, not literally bird's eye view, dragon's eye view POV. There is like a section of the Chronomancy district where you are seeing a construction site a really large one, like big enough to put in like a small mall, like a whole department store kind of thing could fit here, like a pretty decently sized footprint. And it seems like at this point of the construction phase, the reason that it stands out and that you can, even from this height as you're passing and not even trying to look for anything necessarily, the reason it stands out is because at this point, the only thing that's like built up is the parking garage. You see the levels, you see that it is a parking garage, you know what I mean? Like the cement and everything like that. Not to mention you can even see like the roof where there's that top layer of the parking garage and you can see the lines and everything. The rest of it is like dirt and is like still being like there's uneven parts. You see a couple of equipment machines, like a bulldozer and tractors, other kinds of things that are yellow. We've seen them. We know what they are, and we know all the names of them. And you see those, and it's just something that sticks in your mind. Just a small little detail you notice, of just like, oh, I didn't know they were building new something there, like that. Just that kind of thing, you know. Or you're driving by like your old neighborhood, and you're like, oh, they're putting something next to the Pizza Hut. Interesting. That kind of vibe. And you continue on your way until you make it to the Interconfidential Hotel. As you do, you enter inside, sort of park your dragon or desummon it or whatever.
Yeah, just desummon him.
Tie it up to the little post out front.
Yeah.
Exactly. The helicopter pad.
The magical
water.
water.
The helicopter pad.
Rolls up.
And you enter inside. Velvet, everything beautifully decorated. You see the familiar face of Briar behind the front desk, in her blazer, once again, almost all black with like some green accents. Her hair's down this time, and she sees you approach with Ray and looks at you. You can see clearly in her face that there's a quick shock of like, what the fuck is your kid doing here? Kind of thing of just like, what are you doing? And she doesn't say it though. She plays it cool. Only you would notice because you guys are like friendly.
Yeah.
But yeah, because she's also like a trained assassin since being an orphan. So like she has like very similar training to you. And there's just like a quick moment, but then she immediately swallows that and is like, John, how's it going? Welcome back to the hotel. I see you've brought a guest.
Yes, and there's going to be a few more tomorrow.
I see.
Yeah.
Are these coworkers of ours or guests?
No, these are, this is not business for them.
Got it. Friends of the family, so to speak.
Friends of the family.
Understood.
This might be my last job. So
Really? Well, I've heard you say that before, but
no. This
No?
is the painter's last job.
got it.
And I pull out just the big old trunk of money. And I say, set aside some for my guests that'll be coming. Might need to stay for a few days. But depending on how things go tomorrow, there might not be any more days. We'll see how it goes. Regardless, they'll set aside some of this for their accommodations. The rest, the painter wants to put out a contract on someone.
Interesting. Okay. Should we have this conversation? Eyes glance over to Ray. Eyes glance back to you. In private or here?
They kind of know.
Incredible.
Incredible.
Wow. Okay.
Imagine my chagrin. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at your chagrin right now.
Yeah.
Huh.
Kiddo, why don't you sit at the bar? Get a club soda.
This is the best day ever. As they prance over to the bar, sit at the bar, start spinning as fast as they can on bar stools, going, I'll have a Shirley Temple, please. uh and yeah, you have a moment alone with Briar. Briar's like, so who exactly are you taking a hit out on?
Zergos.
Oh, Zusk Bergos.
Zusk Bergos.
Got it. Interesting. Well, that is a pricey headhunting job for sure. Are we looking for the full wet works, or are we just simply looking for some information, some location details? What's the
I'm looking
full
for half to anybody who can find them.
Incredible.
And then the second half for anybody who'll want to come and try to take them out with me.
Interesting.
Open contract.
Love to hear it. I'll get the paperwork started right
Fantastic.
away.
And do the full bells and whistles. Let them know my name's on there.
Truly going out with one final masterpiece.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Well, I hope your phone is fully charged because you're about to get a lot of hits.
Sounds good.
And she begins getting to work. As you can take Ray up to the room and show them the whole hotel and all the different little amenities that are.
I know at this point their adrenaline is probably running off, and
they're about to
gonna want to crash soon. So 100%. Go to the hotel room, and then it's just trying to get some sleep before the biggest day or last day of everyone's lives tomorrow.
Yeesh, but yeah, very valid. Amazing. And so everybody has their long rest in their respective homes, able to sleep in their own beds for this night, and wakes up the next morning. Jaster, yes?
Just level up?
No, you would have leveled up to level 10 at the end of that combat, so you should be level 10.
Okay. All right.
Level 20?
Molly
with that.
I can't tell if you're
hustle.
joking or not, and it's freaking me out. No,
You just
not
expect
level
us
20.
to raw dog this fight without being level 20?
Is that an off-camera bit? Like not including the time that Ghost said raw dog. That's so funny. That's so funny. Amazing. Actually, take a point of inspiration.
Yes.
For raw dog for a raw dog mention. Amazing. Okay, so now it is the next morning. Everyone is recharged, ready to go. So as it is the morning, it's the day of presumably the rest of your lives. That's an easy way to say that. What would you all like to do? Are you all meeting up, discussing things? Everyone just heading over to the hotel to meet up with John there, to get your family situated, if that is the direction you decide to go in and stuff? Or
yeah, I think I'm gonna tell my parents to get out of Dodge. Not so much like, hey, there's a super secret hotel that I want you guys to come to. More, you guys should probably take a vacation for a couple of weeks or something. Just kind of don't be in Sphinx City. And then also I'm going to put a little note with the only time I'm ever going to use magical tinkering as an artificer. And I'm going to put a note in the door of the gym saying classes are closed until further notice.
Understood. Incredible. Yeah, your parents. All right. Hey, all right, we'll take a vacation, but man, our customers are going to be pissed, but we deserve it. It's been forever. We haven't taken a vacation in at least 7 years.
I mean, you guys know that I kind of don't have the, what's the word, safest clientele on my side jobs. And I think something might be hitting the fan that I can't really talk about, but you guys should definitely not be in town.
Okay. Hey, listen, Jester, we trust you. You know, you've never led us astray or nothing. You've always been a good kid. Grown up into a fine young goblin. You know, we love you. If you say get out of here, we're going to get out of here.
All right.
You know, maybe we'll head to the shore. We'll go down the coast. We'll go to Jersey. I don't know. They got funnel cakes.
Canonically, Jersey exists in this world now.
But it's just called Jersey.
Yeah.
It's
That's not
existed
New
since season
Jersey.
1 because there was
Right.
the Jersey Seagulls versus the Sphinx City Pigeons in the big sport
I
event.
forgot about them.
Big
There
sport
has
event.
been Jersey. It's just called Jersey, and it is underneath Sphinx City, like south of it. In many ways, it's like a rival. And they head out.
Awesome. And then after all
Belkor-
that's done, I'll go to meet up with them in the hotel.
Amazing. Belkor, are you?
I think we just go after like making like some more treats and snacks and stuff like that. I think wife and I are gonna head on straight on over to the hotel.
Amazing. Just in case you were ever curious about it, what I'll say too is if you let the Don know, like, hey, heads up, there's something really big going on and stuff like that, and the Don will just say to you,
Belkor, thank you so much for the heads up. I really appreciate it. This will give us plenty of time to prepare.
and the Don claps their hands together, and as they like separate them, you just see like magical crackling energy come between their two hands as the pixie before you begins to fly a little bit and hovers into the ground, flies up onto one of the polar bear bodyguard's shoulders as Roscoe and Bosco are there, and both the polar bears look to you in this moment and go, "Don't worry, Belkor, we'll keep the Don safe." They like crack all their knuckles. We got it. They take out like brass knuckles. Don't worry, we fight dirty. One guy goes
Dirty
into
what?
his pocket,
Dirty what?
shows you a bunch of sand just in his pocket. Don't worry.
Pocket sand.
Exactly.
I'm sure.
And
I'm sure they're in good hands with you two.
Yeah, we got it. Don't worry about it. And you and Gwen head off going to this beautiful hotel. Tint, you're bringing your mom.
Yeah, Tint's gonna try and convince his mom that he has won a all-inclusive weekend at a nice hotel.
Amazing.
I swear, Mom, I wrote about it in the paper. Like I just wrote in and they picked me and they called. So we're gonna go pick up Jeb. Yeah. Because enough's already happened to that kid. I feel like he could use but there's no pool. Like how annoying.
That's so weird that there's not a pool at this expenses paid hotel. And they're giving you an expenses paid hotel in the city that you live in because you won a prize?
Yeah.
A prize for what again?
I saw it in the newspaper, entered my name.
Oh, like a sweepstakes.
Yeah, exactly. Those.
Oh, wow. That's so lucky.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, we're really lucky. So let's just go get Jeb and then go to the hotel.
Okay. I have work today, so I could drop you off, or
no, they're like you just have to take off work. Mom, come on, this is like a once in a lifetime thing.
go ahead and make a deception, or I'll allow persuasion. or
Listen, they're both
deception.
-1, so it doesn't.
All right, deception it is.
Oh no! It's a dirty 1.
Ooh.
Dirty 1?
It's a dirty,
Extra
filthy
filthy.
1.
Yikes.
Oh, revolting. How dare you?
Disgusting.
At our table?
Disgusting.
Brother.
What the heck?
Ew.
Oh, no. Okay. Yuck. So your mom looks at you and is like, Tint, honey, I'm worried about you. You know what? I
Okay,
am going to
fine.
call out for work because something's going on with you. I don't know
Yeah.
exactly what's going on. I am going to call out of work because I need to keep an eye on you.
But yeah, agreed.
Harold, I'm off today, baby.
That was
All right,
very
let's go.
impressive. Okay, remember, we have to get Jeb.
Right. Whatever. And you guys pick up Jeb. He gets into the minivan. You guys drive over to the hotel and enter into the hotel as your mom is immediately like looking up and going, "Oh my god, it's actually a very nice hotel. I'm surprised
Yeah,
it
it's
put
totally.
here."
Hi, how
Are
are
you
you
sure?
doing?
Hello.
John Smith,
your name?
owner of Frosted Fables, well, formerly. It burned down.
Oh,
But,
that's incredible.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming here. I work in logistics and acquisitions, and Tent here has been an incredible asset. So we just, we wanted to reward them with a, all expenses paid.
Yeah.
Inclusive.
Well, that's incredible. I'm so
Exclusive.
happy to hear it. You know, Tint has always been the apple of my eye. I didn't never introduce myself. Yeah, John Smith. My name is Miss Vanessa. And like hits the miss really hard.
Pleasure. Thank you. But
You finally get to learn Chin's last name too. It's Tuttle.
Huddle. I couldn't think of it
Huddle.
fast enough, and I was like, I'm just gonna say the
Huddle.
first name.
It's Tuttle.
But feel free to enjoy any of the accommodations. All room service is already paid for in advance. So enjoy.
Oh my god, that's incredible. Well, thank you so much, John Smith. Hopefully we'll be seeing you around. Tint. Oh my god, who is
What?
that? You know this person? You work with them?
Yeah,
What's their
in
deal?
a sense. He rides a dragon. No, don't say that. I don't know. I mean, you told me to keep myself busy after I dropped out of college, so
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, maybe you could put in a good word. I don't know.
Mom,
You're my
no,
son.
Mom,
I don't want to
no,
put you in an
this is
awkward position
weird.
with your
This is
coworkers.
so
That's got to be a
weird. Oh my
violation of
God.
something. I'm so
Oh
sorry.
my god,
I'm so sorry. I
Mom,
regret saying it.
you're so embarrassing.
Jeb is
should
just
you drop
following
me off around
behind the
the corner?
two of you, like feeling weird. So, like the secondhand embarrassment is palpable. And eventually, just for brevity's sake, we'll say Tint. Eventually, you can separate from your mom. You find a way to get out of there.
I figured
And get a little alone
we
time.
could swing it like there's 2 rooms. Like she gets her own room, Jeb and I get another room.
They're conjoining, maybe, or maybe not for reasons. But
She
the four of
purposely
you,
gets one conjoining with John's.
amazing. The four of you all link up in the lobby of the Interconfidential. Your significant others, your parents are all either in their rooms or on their way to the great state of Jersey. And as you guys are all linked up and like about to start planning and maybe disseminating a little bit of information and stuff like that, what I'm going to say is this. Briar walks over to you and sort of interjects into the conversation a little bit and says, excuse me, John, I don't mean to interrupt, but I actually have some information that might be pertinent to you all's discussion.
Yeah.
I understand that you all are looking for, and by the way, where you guys are talking is very private. It's like you chose the right space to have this type of conversation. Briar continues and says, I understand that you all are looking for Zusk Bergos.
Yeah.
I think I got a ping on somewhere that he's been spending a little bit of his time lately. There seems to be a new construction project that he is financing. He is on the board of directors or something like that. Like he is sort of fronting this project, or at least he's an investor in it in some way. But his cell phone has pinged in that area quite a lot at some strange hours. and it seems to be a construction site in the Chronomancy district. I looked at all the blueprints. I went into town hall records. It appears, oh, John, by the way, half that money right over here, baby. But, so yeah, I checked the town hall records. It looks like it's supposed to be like a shopping center, like a mall of some kind, like a smaller boutique kind of mall, like that would only have, like, there's not going to be like a, like a PJ Jenny's. They're not going to have that. They're not going to have one of those. A Beers. They're not going to have one of those. We're talking like Mikhail Kors bags. You know what I mean? So really specific high-end stuff.
Right.
But it's Zusk Bergos, and there's shit, I left my notes at the fucking desk. A financial group. I had some stupid name.
Integrity?
That's it. Integrity Financial. They were also behind the construction of this mall or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right.
I would check
a lot.
I would check there first.
Okay. Construction. Is it connected yet to the sewer system? Could we go through the sewers to try to sneak in?
I mean, there's got to be some kind of sewage that's connected. I don't know if it would connect in a way that would lead to like a manhole, but you could probably get close.
All right.
Maybe.
Because I'm just going to assume at this point they're going to be looking out for us. So
Yeah.
we
No,
just need to try to
absolutely.
move
Yeah.
as stealthy as possible.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's broad daylight right now. It's the middle of the day. It's like 11 a.m. right now. So not the best opportunity for sneaking in the shadows, but
Yeah, we just don't know what the time frame is. At any moment, a portal could open up over Sphinx City, and we get invaded. So we appreciate it. We'll go check that out. And anybody who's got the moxie to take the rest of this contract through and through, they can meet us where the fighting starts.
I've been making some calls. I'm trying to get somebody to cover my fucking shift at the desk. I want to come help, but I got to work this shift, and I'm nothing if not dependable. So I'm going to find somebody to cover my shift. I'm not just going to leave the desk unmanned. I'm not an asshole.
Fair enough.
But if I can get there, I'll get there.
Sounds good.
And with that, you guys can begin to head out. Is there any other information that you want to, loose ends that you want to tie up? Is there a path of attack in terms of just getting to the location that you guys are thinking about?
Subways and sewers.
You should all know, I have a bomb. That's all.
Whoa!
Okay.
And that's
As we're
all for
walking
this
out.
episode. Let's end the episode right there. That's all for this episode of Sphinx City. Tune in next time to see the final episode. Tint's got a bomb. Let's go around and do outros. Everyone can feel free to plug something if they'd like. I'm Justin Galliani, and I use they them pronouns, and I'm one half of So You Want to Be a DM, and I've been thrilled to bring this game to you. Check out all of our links in the description. Taylor's going to mention some other stuff that we do, but we also have merch. So much merch. I'm sweating right now. Oh my god, Taylor's got the merch too. Look at this. And thank you so much. Let's do it alphabetical, I guess.
I mean,
Easy.
switch it up.
I'm Dale. He, him pronouns. Belkor Ironbelly. I might be a dad soon. Hey!
Hey.
My fingers crossed to make it out here alive.
Ooh, I rolled dice to see if that happened.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
There we go. Hello, everyone. I'm Daniel Hargrove, also known as Daniel the DM across all corners of the internet. And gang, wasn't that one heck of an episode? I mean, these thrilling penultimate episodes, they really get you going. It gives you everything that you need going into the finale. The emotion, the humor, the callbacks. Who doesn't love callbacks? But with that being said, you can call me back right here on this episode, or the next episode, rather. And it's been fun.
It's like going alphabetical is the worst because I have to follow Daniel every single time, and it's the worst. Like, other than breaking
Molly,
into song, there's nothing
Molly,
I
I
can
have
do.
one word for you.
Please don't break
Raw
into
dog.
song, 'cause then
Is raw dog one word, or is
Oh,
it
but-
2 words, or is it hyphenated?
it's one.
I want
Depends on how you do it.
Word.
Depends on how you raw dog the word.
Depends on how you
dog.
raw dog.
You don't know. I'm Molly Adeza. You can find me all across the internet. Molly Adeza. Check out my debut novel, The Repton's Bargain, which is currently available on Kindle Unlimited, BarnesandNoble.com, and on my website, signed copies. And I play Tint, who has a bomb. Like, if
I'm so
anyone in
bad.
this group should not have a bomb,
It's the
Tint.
person whose name is TNT, literally.
TNT.
Dynamite.
Yes. We'll see.
And I guess I'm Taylor. I mean, I don't guess I'm Taylor. I guess it's my turn. So I'm Taylor.
50-50.
50-50. I could be Taylor. I might not be. Who knows? But I work with Justin on the So You Want to Be a DM podcast. You can find us all over the GD place, wherever you find podcasts. So You Want to Be a Dungeon Master. That's WANNA, Want to Be a Dungeon Master. You can check us out on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. So You Want to Be a DM. Links in the description, like Justin said, and check out the merch. Man, we got some pretty tight merch. But yeah, tight. I'm super excited for this final episode. It's always a blast with all of you here. It's always so much fun. I love you guys.
So much fun. Well, gang, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.